Okay, so hello again. I'm glad everyone has already joined, and I'm welcoming you at the second part of Jet Octopus AI webinars. And today we're going to talk about measuring the real visibility in AI. And so that everyone who sees me for the first time, I'm presenting myself. My name is Stanislav Dashevsky. I'm the head of SEO and customer success at Jet Octopus. So today's plan is as usual. So we're going to run a presentation that is going to take about 40 minutes. And afterwards, we're going to have a small QA session in the chat. I'm going to try to tackle all your questions. Um, yep. So I guess if you can see me clearly and hear clearly, we can start. So let's go. Let's make a short recap of everything we've been talking last time and summarize all the things. So we've been mostly discussing the theoretical part about AI tools and how they're influencing the SEO. So in 2026, the SEO is not dying, it's just like evolving into something bigger and more strategic. So um, traditional SEO is not going away, and the AI is becoming like an additional layer of responsibility for the SEOs to cover and to get that visibility for their sites. This shift isn't theoretical. It's backed by the real logs data of like millions of other sites and all the AI bot activities, which are currently roughly 50% compared to Googlebot's activity worldwide, where 70% is the activity of users in the AI bot agents, in the AI agents interfaces. So let's also wrap up that a couple of things, right? So AI bots, they're not just crawlers, right? So they're not the same as the Google crawler or Bing bot or something. So they don't have SERPs, they don't rank results. They don't build the index. They don't have it. Well, like Perplexity actually has one, but this is like a very simplified version, right? So it's just a list of URLs which this bot thinks is trustworthy, and he double checks those results all the time. So while, for example, Google algorithms, they work on ranking and then evaluating the trustworthy and everything. So AI bots are using their math algorithms and everything to evaluate the relevance and facts and compare the textual document with the other results. In comparison to classical SEO, all the technical stuff we've been talking about in the SEO world, like HTML simplicity, website speed, and clean website structure, silo internal linking, and proper way to optimize your content, headings, and everything is exactly the same in AI world. Additionally, what are the factors that AI tools really like in your content? Those are the factual correctness, examples, citations, and of course, the content must be up to date, as fresh as possible. Since we've been talking about the citation, so this is one of the factors AI is taking more seriously than search crawlers, right? So search crawlers mostly rely on links data, anchors, and all the other stuff, and page rank or similar signals as well. And again, the biggest source of knowledge about AI and AI activity and users using the AI is the logs. So we're going to be talking about this today as well, but a little bit later. So today, let's begin. And today we're going to talk about, let's begin talking about the actual tools which are out there. So if you've visited the last webinar, you probably recognize this graph. So this is the comparison, as we've already mentioned, of all the AI bots activity on the web. So currently, as you can see, as of the data on for the December 2025, all AI bots, they're half as active as Googlebot already, right? So this is actually huge, and they made it in like 2 years. So extremely fast, even faster than mobile devices have overtaken the desktop devices too. Hi, Rosa. So today, what we're going to say is that we have already three main AI tools out there. So this is ChatGPT, that's Claude, and that's Perplexity. And below you can see the comparison in their activities and popularity. And you can see that, like, of course, ChatGPT is the bigger one and the most active one, parsing the web. So, of course, they have similarities, such as we've already discussed. They don't render JavaScript, they don't have search index, they um, do searches on behalf of the users, they value brand consistency. For example, there are also some differences, like, for example, Claude doesn't link out too much, while Perplexity and ChatGPT, they provide a lot of external links to the users in their like interfaces. So and what has become the most important now, as of, I guess, like a couple of weeks ago, is that Google actually released Gemini. Gemini is now the most powerful platform, AI platform, that is already connected to Google Index. So this is not just an AI tool, not an AI agent. This also already can operate having the access to all the knowledge that Google has always had during all of those times. So, um, how this became uh, available, how did this happen, is because Gemini is now backed by a Google extended, it's called like a permission layer. So, this is not an additional user agent, this is not an additional bot crawling the web. This is a permission for a usual Google bot to study, to teach their LLM, to teach Gemini upon the data which usual Google bot can already crawl. You can prevent Googlebot Gemini, Google's Gemini to study upon your pages, upon your content by closing the Google extended in robots.txt, but you will not be able to see the Googlebot extended user agent in your log line. So this one is like invisible, let's say. Additionally, Gemini already is able to visit the pages on behalf of the users. So basically, a user-generated AI visit from AI bots, right? Uh, to distinguish those, you could see Google as a user agent, not like Googlebot as a regular one, but the Google. So those are partially rumors, but if you explore your logs for a longer period, you will probably find a couple of those visits as well. So, and the biggest difference of Gemini from the ChatGPT, Claude, and Perplexity is that Gemini has the access to JavaScript rendered content made by Google. It doesn't render JavaScript by itself, same as all the others. But Gemini has access to this information and has access to those content as well. So this slide becomes slightly technical. So let's simplify it a little bit. So the SEOs also have to deal with the AI overviews, which are dragging a lot of impressions and clicks, and of course the AI mode, which is available right in the Google's interface. Now, if we'll be talking about the measuring AI visibility, we need to completely forget about rankings, clicks, and links, right? So what the AI visibility means is that you need to understand how often AI bots go to your website and crawl the pages and study upon them. You have to understand how often your brand is being cited or paraphrased. You need to understand how prominently your brand appears in AI-generated answers. Um, and since you can ask an AI bot 5 times the same question and you'll get like a couple of different answers, this understands that AI visibility is the probability that an AI system will show your content to the user while answering his question, right? In the last 6 months, all major platforms like all of the one we discussed earlier, they converged upon the same behavior. So their answers are based on a very, very small fraction of the web. And it's like slightly larger than just the top 10 results, slightly larger. So of course, AI affects the sites and their metrics, and I think everyone has seen that, and it's also proven by a lot of studies since mid 2025 that organic CTR declines when AI answers appear. So when AI answers start to drag back a lot of like the attention of the users, so of course the CTR on SERP, on top 10, on top 20 declines. The brand exposure increases even when clicks drop. So users, they get even more knowledge about your brand, they memorize it, and this further brings some other metrics we're going to discuss later up. Users often also don't click, but still see and remember and trust the brand. So this increases the brand awareness, right? So this then creates the new funnel. So users see that AI mentions your brand. It increases the brand awareness, and afterwards increases the direct traffic and branded search afterwards. You can imagine this as a paid ads with a banner, paid banner ads, but you can control them in a kind of like organic way, right? So boosting those impressions is made in an organic way. So this happens because the content on your site is not just a part of the conversion funnel, you've had like informational keywords, commercial keywords, and you had like top of the funnel content, middle of the funnel content, bottom of the funnel content, and then users went below, like they've been converting from on all of those steps, and the content is a part of this funnel. So now your content is a part, it's an asset where AI tools can actually study and train and reference this asset to the users. So when organic sessions, um, um, uh, um, so now we'll simply just will cover a couple of metrics that are also changing on the websites when you can understand that your website is growing in AI visibility. So um, since all of the researchers in 2025 from, for example, Kevin Indig, um, everyone was saying that AI is taking over a lot of top of the funnel and middle of the funnel content, right? This is the type of the content which is typically not directly leading to conversions. So this is more made to increase brand awareness, and um, it's mainly made to get the clicks, right? Just the simple clicks. So when a site gains AI visibility, you can typically see that organic sessions are often flat or declining, and uh, but direct traffic can be stable or gradually increasing. While the branded searches or direct traffic again, so they can increase. Um, this also changes the um, this also changes the on-site metrics. Like the time on site may be higher, which reduces further the bounce rates and increases the conversion rates. So often, in many times, in many cases, those are even higher when the sites grow their AI visibility. If you've seen similar situations, you can dive deeper in the analytics and see if this is proven. So all of this happens because users who click out after seeing an AI answer, they are interested and engaged already. They're like pre-qualified, right? And vice versa. Because users that didn't intentionally, they didn't want to convert, they were just reading the content and that's all. So they still stay in SERPs, and you're not getting just those users which actually didn't want to buy anything, or create a quote or something like that. So let's keep in mind that also the click out rate out of the AI overviews or AI results in AI agent interfaces is extremely low. It's somewhere around like single digits of percentages, somewhere around like 1%. So let's talk about data now. So again, I don't know how to stress this even more, but logs is the first and the only probably source of the data which you can observe, which you can analyze to understand how AI understands your content, how AI tools, how AI bots crawl your website. So you will understand if AI bots go to your website on the behalf of real users when they're doing the deep researches or learnings. You can understand whether AI bots train upon your content, and you can understand if AI bots revisit constantly your website to check if the information has changed, if it has updated. It means that AI bots rely on your information and they look if it was updated. So again, also the AI user bot visits can be translated into impressions in AI agent interfaces too. So this is extremely useful to know. All of the data from the logs can be also distributed between the pages. As you understand, you will further see what type of content is liked by AI agents, by even AI user bot hits. Which content is ignored? Is there any old content which is liked by AI but is not ranked in Google, and vice versa, which content is ranked properly and very high, but for some reason AI lacks citations, or for some reason AI lacks some facts or page structure to use it as an answer for the users using the AI tool. So the third and the most interesting is going to be right now. So we're going to talk about the fan out queries. Fan out queries is the search which is happening on the behalf of the real user made by AI tool. I've been showing, just recently showed you this graph in the beginning of the call, in the beginning of our webinar, saying that 50% of all Google bots activity is now compared to all total AI activity on the web, right? But let's take a closer look at this. Only 30% of that activity of AI bots is spent on search and training purposes. So all the rest, like 70% of uh, AI activity on the web in the world is made by on the behalf of real users. So basically, users, like people, are using AI tools to search the web a lot. And this is 70% of all time that AI tools spend crawling the web. Okay? And now what we can see is that those fan out queries are extremely long and they're informative. You can see them easily in Google Search Console. And you can understand by analyzing those, you can understand what your audience is looking for. What problems do they have with your product, with your service, with your company, with your brand? You can answer the questions directly in the content or FAQ section. You can enhance your customer support, customer success. You can enhance your product to make it even more cited and increase the visibility not only in AI, but also in organic search results. So now you can see that the volume of 7, 8, 9, 10, and 11, and even longer search queries has been increasing since 2023. There was a jump somewhere in the middle of 2025 also as well, and the number of those search queries is constantly growing. So uh, this allows you to understand what is the actual need of your real users. Now, this is going to be the slide I've been waiting for the whole this whole webinar. Can you tell me what's going to be the tool which is going to help you rule all of those metrics, all of this data and everything? And of course, that's JetOctopus. At JetOctopus, we've already designed everything you need to understand which AI bots crawl your site, which errors or hallucinations they might have, what are the status codes they're getting. Again, you will see if AI bots are crawling your indexable or non-indexable pages, though like we already know that AI bots, they don't pay attention to meta name robots, for example. So it means that the website structure, removing duplications, clean internal linking already plays a huge role for them. You will see if AI bots are training upon your data, if they're syncing constantly with the pages of your website, and if AI is actually showing your content to the users in their interfaces. Again, every data is available in the distribution of all of the URLs, which are shown in AI search. You will see if there are any differences between different bots, what are the status codes, how fast your pages are being loaded, and so on. And the last one, but not the least important, is of course the fan out queries. So this is how everything looks like. And imagine this actually is a huge throwback to the times when SEOs had a chance to see the keywords in right in Google Analytics interface. I'm not sure, but can anyone recall this? Just hit the plus in the chat because like this is very nostalgic to me. I mean, we've been optimizing for keywords for very long time. We thought that and we knew that users are searching on the web because they have a specific need. They have an interest in something like buying a product or looking for information and so on and so on. But um, Google has always been fighting and closing this information for us. We've been optimizing our pages for clusters of keywords which rank together and relying on how Google understands all of that information, right? And now we have an ability, it looks like, like an open window to see the whole information, the whole path of the interest of a real user, of his pains, of the user's thoughts and how he understands, how he compares your product to the others. What are the issues this user might have? So this becomes extremely useful and becomes extremely important to cover, again, not only the AI visibility, but the SEO as a visibility too. So this gives you a real chance optimizing your content, becoming the real answer to the user's questions, not just the right content to be shown in search results. And probably the last one for today. So those are the new metrics that you could also observe while you're optimizing for AI. So let's drop this down. So by knowing how many pages of your website AI bots are visiting, you can understand if what is the share of the pages visited by AI bots, what is the share of the pages where AI bots train their LLMs upon your content. Or, for example, you can calculate this as a visits per indexable page or visits per a page on your site. Additionally, this can be broken down into the AI user bot hits, which can be translated into impressions in AI bot interfaces. So let's say you could observe the growth or decline for different pages or in total for the whole website for AI user bot hits, right? So the total number of impressions of your brand or the total number of citations. Of course, additionally, we could look at the data from the different angle and, for example, calculate the AI coverage ratio. So this will tell us what share of the website is visible by to AI bots versus the whole number of pages on the website. And of course, the last, but again, not the least important, is the volume of fan out searches each month, each day for a certain page or for the whole website. So again, we'll be evaluating growth or declines. We'll be double checking the sentiment changes. We'll be spotting the issues or will be spotting the competitors which we're compared to and the questions user often ask. So this is a great opportunity to enhance our sites again and again. I can't even stress how much this is important in 2026, but it's still like only the beginning of the year. I'm really thrilled to see what are the new things we're going to get in 2026 and how overall the strategy is going to change. The strategy working with AI and increasing the visibility. So to wrap this up, I'm going to say that um, we're no longer optimizing for rankings, right? So we're optimizing to be chosen. In 2026, the most successful websites won't be the ones which make it to the top, which rank the highest. Those sites are going to be those that AI trusts enough to speak for them in front of the millions of their users. I thank you a lot for your time, for you being here with me. So everyone who visited today, they're gonna get the recording of the webinar, and the next one is gonna happen on the February 12th, 2026. We're gonna talk about the whole path which you should take. It's gonna be like kind of like a guide for technical SEO to boost and optimize your AI visibility in 2026. So we've got time for the questions. I thank you for your time and your attention. You can ask the questions right in the chat, and I'll be happy to answer them. Thanks, Pietro. Yeah, actually, in Jacked Up Octopus, you can already combine, for example, the data um, of the pages visited by AI user bots with the number of referral traffic from Google Analytics and together with the search queries seen in Google Search Console. So you can actually already do that. Karina, yes. So yeah, Jet Octopus is not a simple like website crawler and a log analyzer. We already evolve like together with all the SEO and all this AI movements. So we also evolve and we get all the information from Google Search Console by API and also by using the BigQuery. So that's why we can get all of the anonymized clicks as well. Yeah. Our interface allows to apply multiple filters and see all the data clearly. In keyword analyzer function, you will be able to see already the pre-filter for search queries. We already think that they're like fan outs. They're very long. They have a small amount of impressions so that you could like easily see everything. Basically, yeah, in short, this is the Google Search Console data structured shown in a structured way and easy to work with. Brandon, yeah, we're reporting fan out queries in on a page level in the URL Explorer mode, but soon you're gonna have like a complete separate tool in the tools section in the tools section in Jet Octopus. Thanks for the question. Um, the AI bots panel is a separate one which shows you the pages visited by AI user bots or just AI bots, but the information in Keyword Analyzer, Keyword Explorer, it's from Google Search Console. Yeah, it's currently visible only on a URL level. Um, Hello, Amar. No, you don't have to install anything. Jet Octopus doesn't provide and doesn't need any additional scripts to be installed on your site. We don't slow your site down, so everything's going to be totally in the cloud. To provide us the logs, you can just give us, you can stream them from Cloudflare, or in case you're using Nginx or Apache, yeah, we'll also have some ways in syncing them. Additionally, if you're using AWS, you can give us access to just simply read the bucket, or we'll create a bucket for you where you'll be able to stream them. I hope it answers your question. Soul, yeah, you can find the part one on our YouTube channel already. It's been like a month ago. And yeah, on my LinkedIn, on corporate LinkedIn. So yeah, feel free. But I think I could ask one of my. Oh, Julia already answered your question. And Kiki, yes, this is already the link to the previous webinar. Francesco, yeah. So again, so all the data is available at the on the URL Explorer level, and where you have the tabs, you'll be able to see the tab on the right, which is called Keyword Explorer, Keyword Analyzer. So there you're gonna see all the search queries. Thanks, Brandon. Thank you, Kiki. Swati, yes, I think this is going to be possible. Actually, I'm just a small sneak peek for you all, since we're already gathered here. So, yeah, we're gonna have a lot of like much more like content related and keyword related functions in the nearest future. So yes, this is gonna be available. Okay, so I think that's pretty it in the chat. So any more questions? Any more thoughts? Thanks everyone. Thanks everyone for joining. Thanks, Gilly. Thank you, Velibor. Thank you. Thanks everyone for joining me today. I hope to see all of you on the next webinar.